Well, Kia, Izzy, Kia, pleasure to be speaking with you both. I know you are in a mode of transportation, but where are you geographically on the map right now?
We are in Southampton
Mhm.
in the UK.
Yes. Yeah.
Southampton in the
Just
UK.
Yeah.
And you got that single out before the European tour launch. So congratulations on that. When did you
Thank
finish
you.
the single versus hitting the road?
Sorry, what did you say?
When did you finish the single versus hitting the road for the tour?
Oh,
The single's been finished since September.
Yeah,
But the song has been the before Of Virtue came in, it's been ready for like 2 years.
yeah. We finished the single with Of Virtue maybe 2 or 3 months ago,
Mhm.
and then we released it about 5 days before flying over here to start the tour.
Mhm.
So the timeline's a little wonky.
Sure. Was the song finished as part of sessions for an album, or is it just a one-off single so you had something for tour?
Yeah, so we wrote it around the same time as we wrote like the other stuff for Slow Burn.
Mhm.
But we ended up not putting it on there. We kind of felt like it would do well as a standalone single, as a little bit of a placeholder for fans, to give them something to jam out to while they
Yeah.
waited for even more new music.
Yeah, we felt like it was too good of a song to not like waste on an album, but to be put on an album as not a single on the album. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you can only have like a certain amount of singles released on one album. So we just didn't want it to be one of the, I guess, like a B-side, but we don't have that on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We wanted it to have
I know what you mean.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll know what we mean.
Right. So the band has been doing a lot of non-album singles over the years, not just in the last 5 years, but at the beginning. So very smart that you were ahead of the curve on that. That's more of a compliment than a question right there. But is that a sign of a lot of things to come, just thinking in terms of non-album singles?
So we have like a few ideas for a third album. But yeah, Bad Dreams is gonna be a standalone, I believe, until I'm told otherwise.
Right.
Because I believe we're not close to releasing a third album, so if it gets put on there, that would be a little bit strange because I feel like it won't come out until at least 2026. If we were to
Yeah.
have another album.
Yeah. I think we have enough to do like a short album, I think.
Like an EP?
Yeah, like an EP. And we have to still kind of decide if we want to do more singles. But you know, right now we're on tour and we're hoping to get some more tours lined up for the summer. So we're hoping that we'll be able to take some time off during the spring to focus on writing. And then depending on how long, you know, the writing and the recording and the producing takes, we do have some stuff kind of in the back pocket that we can like sprinkle, you know, some breadcrumbs to leave while we work on the rest.
Got it. So the band now being more than 10 years into existence of releasing music, if you do a set list of 12 songs, 12 of them were probably singles and videos at this point in time. When did you kind of realize that your set list has to kind of cater towards hits?
So I don't think I even realized this until very recently. I try to like think of things to say about each song if there's time in the set. And I realized like, oh, I could say this is a single that we put out. This is also a single they're all singles. Um, and so it kind of makes picking the set list like a little bit easier.
It's like obvious.
Yeah, because it just makes sense which ones, you know, we have to have New Heaven, we have to have Bad Dreams, we have to have The Invisible, we have to have Chemicals, we have to have Atonement, we have to have Paralyzed. It just makes it a lot easier. And then some of those other ones, New Heaven, Welcome to Paradise. I think there's probably like 2 on the set list that aren't singles. Pressure and Wide Awake.
Yeah, Pressure and Wide Awake, but they're only on there because we felt like they should have been singles. And that's like kind of what we were talking about before, that you can only have so many singles on an album. and we like felt that those should have been singles. But
Yeah.
it wasn't necessarily up to us. It's just like, you know, it just is what it
They
is.
were all, I think all of our songs are good enough to be singles.
Yeah,
though, to
it's
be
tricky.
fair.
Yeah, that's the tricky thing.
Well, where I'm
Oh,
going with
boo-boo.
that is
So sad.
Accidentally Conquer Divide became a greatest hits band in a complementary, organic kind of way when you look at that set list. So at this point in time, is there now pressure to have a lighting design or a backdrop where it has the music video for just about every song you're performing?
If we ever get the budget, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be really sick.
We currently don't have the budget for that. Like, for this like European tour, we're like having to do the bare minimum, and we're still probably gonna lose money, unfortunately. It's just so expensive to tour. But if like any of our fans ever come see us and we have like badass lighting or like pyrotechnics, then they know that we've made it. Because that's like the extra shit that you usually can't afford.
Yeah, like like when Electric Hallway would have like the confetti like popping up. Yeah, that's how you know we made
Yeah.
it.
We got that extra budget.
We'll have to get like the ones that you pop like with your hand.
Yeah, because for example, we have never ever had a merch person. Like we do all our own merch. So like if we ever get an extra budget, then it's probably gonna be focused on like a merch person before. Yeah, it's hard on
It's hard on my voice.
yeah. But I would love that eventually because I feel like adding more visuals to the set would be really cool. But it's just not in the budget right now. But we still have a good time. We got a pretty cool banner that we use. So yeah. Doesn't move though. Unless it's like a fan
In the
or
wind,
something.
yeah,
It's
it moves
Sam's
in the
fan.
wind.
And besides all those great videos and singles, another thing that I enjoy about your group, Kia, if you can still take compliments here, your Paramore Haley impression. How long did you have to keep it a secret that you could do that?
I didn't keep it a secret at all. No, I mean, I think the first time I heard Misery Business, I was like, I want to sound like her. I had always like known how to sing, but I could never figure out like, you know, when you hear someone singing and you're like, oh, well, they're hitting the right notes, but just sounds kind of boring. And that was like the first time I heard that song, I was like, I want to sing like that. Like, it's not boring. It's cool. And I think I've always been pretty vocal about like modeling my voice after her. But when I did that Hayley Williams like accent challenge or whatever, I did kind of surprise myself a little bit. I was like, wait, that was good. And Hayley Williams did like it on Twitter.
She did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
She didn't follow me back, but that's okay.
She's busy.
She's busy.
When you have the pyro person, she'll follow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're heavy.
So in your case of guitar, when it came to starting to play, was it a particular band or music video?
Actually, no. Well, I guess technically the band was Metallica, but it was more because my dad would always play like Metallica and Iron Maiden in the car, and that's the music that he really liked. So I just kind of learned guitar to try and like impress him at first, I think. To be like, oh yeah,
That's cute.
But I also like the music as well, but I feel like I just thought it was like a really cool thing, you know? That's all.
It's cool.
Yeah,
You're cool.
I guess so.
Cool.
I don't know.
Absolutely. When it comes to Maiden, there's 3 guys who play lead guitar in that band. So does that mean you
Yeah,
had to learn
harmonizing too.
all of those parts? Or how do you pick a part from Iron Maiden to learn?
Oh, I don't even know. I feel like usually, I've only learnt a couple of Iron Maiden songs, admittedly, but I feel like I just try and learn the one that sounds like if it's all the harmonies, I think I learn like the main one, you know. So I just like the one that's the loudest. The one that feels like the main part.
She's going off
the main
vibes.
character.
Yeah, the main character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you the only Maiden fan in the band?
I think Sam might like a little bit of Maiden.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I'm sorry to say I do not listen to Iron Maiden.
No, because this was back when I was like 6.
Oh, okay.
So this is like first into like heavy metal, you know, and then when I got older, I got into more like System of a Down, Bullet for My Valentine, Trivium, and then that developed more into like Parkway Drive, August Burns Red. It just kind of got heavier and heavier and away from the classic metal. But I like a little. It's like cheesy, you know. I like a little bit of Iron Maiden every now and then. It's like it's always like feel good metal. It's like yay.
Well said. And what for you as the follow-up, Izzy? What's the number one hobby or passion outside of music?
So I feel like music is definitely number one, like passion, you know. But I do enjoy playing my Nintendo Switch. I enjoy working out and, you know, getting outside, snowboarding when I can. So, but I wouldn't say I'm as passionate about it, you know. I don't think I have any of it. Music is like the number one passion, but I have other hobbies.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Same for you, Kia?
Actually, I'm sorry. Let me
Go ahead,
let me
ahead.
go back. I am quite passionate about teaching guitar because I do teach guitar to like kids and stuff, and like I do get like it's very rewarding. So I think that is more of a passion, you know,
Mm-hmm.
even though I get paid for it, but it's like it's a job, but I really do it like that. So watching
Kia,
the little guys work out.
same question at you. When you're not busy with the touring and recording thing, where does the time usually go?
I really enjoy playing video games. I usually play like horror video games. That's really fun for me because I have anxiety, and when I play something scary, I can be anxious about the scary thing on the screen instead of my life. Um, I also, when I'm not doing music, I'm also a teacher. I'm a preschool teacher, and I really love being able to like mold these kids into really kind and caring and funny kids. And yeah, I like to also hang out with my cats and just rot on my couch.
I miss my cats. Dun dun dun. But yeah, I think we're both quite lucky that outside of Conquer Divide, we have nice jobs that we enjoy, you know.
Yeah.
And find
Sure.
fulfillment in.
They always say that Wu-Tang is for the children, but it sounds like Conquer Divide is for the children.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, well, I have two quick questions, then I let you go. And the first one is, I've seen the name Conquer Divide spelled and stylized many different ways. That sometimes they put the period between the words, an underscore, they separate the slash. What is the correct preferred way for Conquer Divide to be spelled out?
Okay. The correct way is just conquer space divide. But when we first started out, we did really like to do conquer / divide. So that is also acceptable.
It's bled into our merch a little bit.
Yeah, like we do have the double slashes in some of our merch, so that is also acceptable. What is unacceptable is conquer and divide.
Yes.
Divide and conquer.
Yeah, all unacceptable.
Or if you spell conquer incorrectly, that's just always, you're out of here.
Fair. So that will be noted for the record, and hopefully that gets over to the Wikipedia page where they correct that along with who plays what in the band. And
I mean, I can play bass. But
you know what's crazy though? I donate monthly to Wikipedia. Like I donate like it's not very much. It's like $2 a month to Wikipedia because I use it, so I just feel like I should donate to it. And so I feel like they should get like my band's page right.
I think
but it's not their fault, is it?
I think I have seen like I've been put as the bassist, and I was like, okay, whatever. I think it's like a short period. I think it was when like Janelle.
There's like overlap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it
knows?
happens to the best of us. And
But I think bass is really fucking cool.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's the fallback. If you can play all the songs on lead guitar, then you can clearly play the top 4 strings with the roots.
I don't know, because I can play a little bit of bass, but I feel like I play bass as a guitarist, you know. But there's like way more to bass than that, you know. Like I can't do like slap bass or anything, and you know, the gals know how I feel about bass. I think bass is like super fucking important.
Bass, I have like a history of like anytime I meet a band, like the bass players are always my favorite in the band. So I love bass too.
Oh, well, the last question before I let you go, going back to the whole influences thing, Izzy first. What's the last concert that you went to for fun?
Oh shit.
Now I have to remember mine. Oh, I remember mine.
Okay,
go
then
ahead,
Kia first.
Go ahead. I gotta think about it.
The last one I went to was well, I went to go see Meet Me at the Altar, but they weren't headlining. And unfortunately I don't remember who the headliner was, but I did go see Meet Me at the Altar. That was the last concert I went to. And before that was Colorblind with Honey Revenge.
So I just realized the last one that I went to, I'm literally wearing the tour shirt that I got.
What is it?
Limp Bizkit.
Oh, so did you see them with Corey Feldman opening up?
Yeah, but I didn't see Corey Feldman though. It was kind of crazy because when we got there, it was like raining and it got pushed back a lot. So I think like his set got like done short, like cut short, but that's crazy because I was like, wait, what was it? I'm literally wearing the shirt.
It happens. There's future hope for you to see Feldmania live, but in the meantime, thank you for your time. Congrats on the latest single. Looking forward to the EP that we might see, and hope to see you all live in New York in the near future.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank you
thanks for
so
having us.
much.
Paltrocast.